I'm Elizabeth Payne, best known as Libbie Payne. I was an Ogontz camper in Lyman, New Hampshire. I came to camp from Trumansburg, New York. Started as a camper in 1964, continued as a camper through 1965, became a counselor in training in 1966, a full-fledged counselor in 67 through 70, and in 1971, at the ripe old age of 19, I was the assistant director of Ogontz Camp. If you go into the dining hall at Ogontz today, you sit at the same tables, you sit at many of the same benches that we did 50 years ago, more than 50 years. I mean, there are some of them that I've seen in pictures that were back in Miss Sutherland's early days. So, nothing goes to waste here, definitely not. The meals have always been wonderful in the old days. It was from farmers nearby. They would have cattle, they would have pigs, they would have chickens, whatnot. So one of the things, the problem with the meals were they were too good because everybody got weighed once a week, even though you were running all over the place most of the time. If you got weighed in and you were 2 pounds, I don't remember the numbers, overweight, you would be put at the diet table. So weigh-ins wasn't as bad as boarding school where you had to strip down to your undergarments. But you would get on the scale and there would be a camp nurse with the clipboard and, last week you were 102 and now you're 104 and no dessert. And there would be a little notation, they'd get their dessert cut in half or, they aren't getting dessert. But that was pretty rare. There were only a few people, I think, that had real difficulty. But, it was very embarrassing it was incentive for most of them to lose a couple of pounds and get released back to the majority. I don't know how I missed that, probably because I was running around so much that I burned the calories off. But the food was always, always terrific. And it stays that way till today.